All right, Parker.
What's up, Greg?
Spring training. All right, Parker.
So, jeez. Little Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, why are you looking at the camera?
I don't know. Let's start over.
All right, Parker. Dodger spring training.
That's right, Greg. Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one.
Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back.
Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
I like that idea. What do you say? 9:30, 9:55?
Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests.
Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps.
Yep. Just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates.
Oh, you know, I have the handsome man president right there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
All right. I actually like that video, Parker. That was a pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks. The one thing I want to know is like, why are we just throwing a ball back and forth into a trash can?
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to anything we do at this point.
I think it's ridiculous, but I love it so much just because we do have the outtakes at the beginning. But it was a good job. And by the way, yes, thank you to LAX. I love that LAX is sitting there right in the middle, by the way. And the Blue Review is presented by LAX at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save guest time, and transform the travel experience. Info at flylax.com/transforming LAX. All right, Parker.
Gotta get myself centered. What in the world is happening here?
You are not centered right now. You should probably be centered, but that would be helpful. But
that was terrible. Okay. Yes.
It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. So it happened yesterday. It finally happened yesterday. Shohei Otani got up to bat, and he was kind of what we expected.
I think, okay. So, yes, he was, I think, what we are to now expect. I think we talked about it in the office a little bit. The fact that we're just seeing him in Dodger blue is amazing. I mean, the entire office, this is one of the craziest things I've seen, stopped what they were doing just to check out someone's first spring training at bat. Have you ever seen that? I mean, have you ever seen that in like your entire tenure at work for spring training?
No, absolutely not. I was in my office. We had a problem with the TV, so I couldn't get it in my office. And I walked in and I sat next to with Emily and Cody in the studio. We just sat there staring at it. As soon as the at bat was over, left the office, went back into my office, and started doing other work and into meetings and things like that. The next time he came up, got up, went right back in. Everybody stopped and watched. That's something that John Ireland talks about a lot. Is that the stop what you're doing and watch people, and those are the real stars. And that's Shohei Otani. Like, look, he in his first at bat, he struck out swinging, or not struck out looking. Excuse me, struck out looking, and the first two pitches, he swung out of his shoes. He was trying to knock the ball right out of the park in those first two swings. Obviously, didn't happen, but you can see what he was trying to do. So he struck out looking. Then he grounds into a double play, but he got contact. Then the third one, he comes up and smacks it out of there. And because he did, and also he went oppo. That's what I think is the biggest part of all of that.
He got jammed. He got jammed on the inside at it was like a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. And Robert said it best after the game. He said, as we're learning quickly, as I'm learning quickly, he is just built different. And that is just the fact that, you know, I have had a pleasure of seeing while obviously, you know, I went to school in OC, so I went to plenty of Angels games and I got to see him and follow his career. And yes, he is built different. We're going to be seeing plenty of home runs, oppo, things that we shouldn't be seeing. We're going to hear that sound off the bat. That is just amazing. And, you know, sure, he's going to strike out more. The strikeout rate, I think, is like 10% more than Freddie. But that's something I wanted to get into. The fact that he was batting second. So we got a taste of the lineup. That's something we're going to talk about a lot today on Blue Review. We got a taste of 1, 2, 3, and, you know, probably what most of the lineup's going to look like. You can interchange some names here and there, but that 1, 2, 3, the lineup protection, I think, is what we can call it.
No.
Imagine being a pitcher and you see Mookie, you know, he's one of the best leadoff guys, former MVP. And then you got to deal with Ohtani, knowing that it's one of the best situational hitters in the game. Freddie is in the third spot. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's probably I'd have to look at all the other teams, but I can easily say this is the best 1, 2, 3 in baseball, and you have 3 MVPs going 1, 2, 3. It's out of control. It's insane. So yeah, and everything that we expected out of Otani was that he's a guy that wants to show you what he can do. He wants to put on a show for you. He wants to like ramp up the crowd. I don't think he's playing today. I don't really care when he plays again. I just want to see him healthy, and I want to see him continuing to do this because it's the eye. We talked about it last week. It's like it's being able to track pitches well and getting back to that moment. That ball that he hit, there might be maybe 2 other guys in all of Major League Baseball that can get to that ball and go opposite field on it. I think Travis was talking to me about it earlier this morning. Freddie got basically the same pitch in the next one, and it was a lazy fly ball out to left field. So He did the same thing. He got the same thing, and Ohtani jacked it out of the yard, and Freddie was like, oh, and he is an all-star. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Freddie Freeman is really, really good. It just shows you how much better Shohei is than everybody.
Yeah, we mentioned it. Health. And luckily, after the game, we heard what we wanted to hear. Just the fact that, sure, he did strike out in that first at-bat looking. But after the game, or, well, I guess fourth inning, because you saw him sprint off the field after his home run.
He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, that was amazing to see. Yeah, after and talking to the beat reporters, he said after each at bat and every time being up there, I just felt better and better. So it's exactly what we wanted to hear. I mean, do not go super hard in spring training. I get that you wanted to show us that strength's still there, that you look as good as you can. But there you go. One game, we saw it. You look healthy. Go ahead, sit some games off. Get back at it again later. So,
yeah.
Greg, we can talk maybe more about Ohtani if we can get Travis in here. If I see him, I see him walking by. So those of you in the
grab
chat,
him.
Yeah, those of you in the chat, if you don't know, Greg and I are in opposite studios, and I'm closest to Studio A, which is where Travis and the Sliwa show go ahead and sit, get ready for their show. Travis walks back and forth, constantly getting
over and over
getting
bathroom, water, all of it.
He loves his ice, getting ice. So if I see him, I will grab him. But before getting into more Ohtani, Greg, it's Yamamoto Day.
Yeah, I'm excited. Look, so what I
have you seen his glove?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to find that so I can throw it up on the screen.
If you can go ahead and find it, that would be incredible because they did a fantastic job of it. I'm really excited just to watch him pitch today because I just want to see what he's got. And the biggest thing is, I don't care what his stat line looks like. I don't care if it looks like what Joe Musgrove did on. Was it Friday, Thursday? I think it was Thursday. What Joe Musgrove did. Who cares? It doesn't matter. He's going to be good. He can also come out and pitch 2 innings, see 6 batters, strike out all 6, and I'll be like, cool, do it when it matters. So it's not going to make a difference, but it's going to be fun to actually watch because we're seeing videos, right? We're seeing videos of him pitching and throwing javelins and doing all this, and they showed the pop of the glove with all of his pitches. That's what I want to see today, and that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. And the fact of the matter is, we're excited about Yamamoto, right? We're excited. We're not as excited for Tyler Glasnow for whatever reason. We all just kind of forgot that he pitched last week.
Santa Clarita's finest.
Right. And then yesterday, do you even remember who pitched yesterday? It was Bobby Miller.
Bobby time. You and I know, but
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
It's not a top line story. He was legitimately a rookie of the year candidate. He was legitimately the best prospect for the Dodgers coming up. He was a star coming up. He will be a star moving forward. The last time we saw him, unfortunately, was in the playoffs when he kind of got beat up a little bit. So what is he going to do? Nobody talked about it because Ohtani was hitting a home run, and that's all that mattered. And you had your 1, 2, 3 in the lineup like we were talking about. And we had so many other things. Now Yamamoto, it just got brushed aside. Bobby Miller got brushed aside, and he is a big story, but it doesn't matter because Yamamoto's pitching today.
So we're going to be experiencing a lot of that this year. I see Ocean View Coffee Shop in the chat saying Ohtani might win a triple crown hitting in the 2-hole.
He could. He very well.
He really could. And I put in my notes, I was thinking automatic Silver Slugger at the DH spot. I mean, that has got to be.
He should be.
As long as he's healthy. And I did want to bring up maybe, Travis is in here. If he could even get in the MVP conversation. I know Ortiz, back in the day, he finished like top 5 all the time. But he never got that. And Ohtani, even though he was a DH when he won, he was the pitcher Otani. So we could get into that a little more, but
but no, just to answer that for you talked about it. Let's talk about it. It's
yeah,
that he can very well be in the MVP conversation as a DH. That's very, if he has the right year, he very well could be, and he probably should be in what he does for the team and what he kind of moves them forward.
Mm-hmm.
But he can also help out guys like Mookie and Freddie too by being in that spot, and giving them bigger at bats, because Freddie Freeman is going to have so many opportunities to get RBIs and to get on base and just move guys around. He could end up with a lot more of those votes for the MVP, because Ohtani's hitting in front of him, and he's going to get a ton more pitches to hit. Just like Mookie's going to get a ton more pitches to hit, and everybody else in the lineup are going to get a ton more pitches to hit, because they know what they got to deal with.
And we forget Mookie was already in the MVP discussion. So the fact that he's going to be more comfortable with Ohtani behind him, it blows my mind. More people joining the chat. We are excited to have you here again.
Yeah,
be active, jump in. We want to respond to you guys. We want to do some Q&A. So back to actually, before we get back to Yamamoto, your point
about
about
the glove.
I did. So I want to show you guys the glove before we get into Yamamoto, and it'll just be on the screen here.
Check that thing out. Amazing.
Are you serious?
That's
I mean, the
clean.
detail into that.
And that's a guy that is happy to be here too. I think that's an important part of all of it.
Yeah. See, you don't do anything. You don't do something like that if you're not if you don't love the Dodgers. You know, I get just repping your team, repping the blue, but to go all out and add your heritage as like combined with the Dodgers, that's amazing. And shout out Yamamoto. We're excited to see you today. I think on my end, what I'm excited to see is just how high he can get up today on that velocity. I know he's not going to push it as hard as he can, but like Ohtani, I think that they're just kind of built like that. They're going to give us at least a little preview. You saw the way Ohtani swung. He swung out of his helmet. I'm pretty sure Yamamoto is going to try to crack 100, and I want to see, if he can, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you're right, because Ohtani he swung so hard on the second swing that his helmet flipped off. Yeah, because he was exactly that, putting on a show. So I think Yamamoto will do the same. You're right. He's going to try and hit that. He wants you to hear that smack of the glove just at least one time. He may not go too crazy with it. Maybe like one batter just says like, it's going to show you kind of what he's got a little bit, but he's not going to go full force. And that's fine. I just want, just like he was with Ohtani, just afterwards when you're talking with your interpreter, just say, I feel great after that. Everything looks good. I'm feeling better and better after each time I throw the ball. That's it. That's all I want to hear. Don't care about anything else.
That's right. So, Greg, luckily we are going to get Travis Rogers on the show.
He did it. Look at you, Trav.
So this is exciting. We are getting Travis Rogers of the Travis and Sliwa Show.
There you go.
Talk some Dodgers with us.
We have a splitter. We're not going to share a headphone.
Move over so I can
I'm
get
trying to move over. You relax a little bit. Look at that.
Welcome, Travis
headphones.
Rogers.
That's right. Hey, Parker.
I know everybody was giving us crap last year. We were sharing headphones, but no, we've upgraded.
We don't have
Blue Review is upgraded.
No, we got to. That's something we got to fix next year.
That's next.
You're coming up on this mic. I'll just hold it over here.
I might have those headphones. Should I go get those?
Do you have them right now?
I think they're in my bag.
Yeah, we got 13 minutes.
Yeah, we got time. We'll see Travis Rogers in just a sec.
Stand by.
So we were talking about Yamamoto, just a little more in detail about what we might see today. He's got 4 pitch types. Of course, the 4-seam, splitter, cutter. Might see one of the best cutters in the game,
That's the cutter is what I want to see.
Yeah, I think you and I are in agreement on that one. Of course, he's got the curveball and the 2-seam. So I would like to see the whole array, the whole arsenal, and I think Yamamoto will give us that today. If he goes to like Bobby did yesterday, I think we'll see everything. It's going to be amazing, and I hope to see that glove.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he'll use the glove, and also it's. Basically, everybody's going to go 2 innings. It's either 2 innings, an inning and a third, an inning and 2/3, whatever it happens to be. They're just going out there and just being like getting used to the feeling of pitching against guys that are not your teammates. Yeah. And so it's important. But I think the cutter is going to be something that's going to be interesting. What is this guy? So Carlos Sanchez, Travis K'd me at the softball home run derby. Got to check him for sticky substances. Oh, you did have. Uh-oh. Oh, geez, that doesn't work. This is a disaster track.
Oh, we are
I'll
just.
get the other ones.
All right. You want to just share? We can share again like we did before. No. All right.
I'll do it.
No, we don't have to share. It's fine. I know you don't like my here. Like I'll clean it off for you. Be nice. And there you go. Like,
And we are back to sharing our headphones.
Great.
No, he's all grossed out about it. Ooh, the sharing of the headphones. Over now.
What are we talking about?
So we're talking
This
about
is cute.
Yamamoto and what we were kind of excited to see about Yamamoto today. And so it's basically be healthy. I don't care what you show me, but I want to hear the smack of the glove one time.
So health is number one for me, right? If he gets out of there and he says, I feel great at the end of the day, regardless of whether he strikes everybody out or he gives up 5 doubles, I don't think it really matters. I think it's just whether or not he's healthy. If you're going to that next level, I think what's interesting is of the guys that he's going to face that we know that are major leaguers, what do their swings against him look like? Right. So if they're playing, Texas today, and I think I heard you say that Corey Seager's not playing. But if you get somebody that is a regular major leaguer and they look lost facing this guy, I think that's kind of interesting. If they look comfortable against this guy, I think that's kind of interesting. But the result itself isn't terribly important to me. I think it's what do the swings against him look like, and is he healthy?
Well, you said something earlier when we were talking, is that Shohei Otani came into this league and looked basically what you're talking about. He looked lost. He looked lost, and guys look comfortable with him. Does it really matter then what Yamamoto?
No, I don't think it does. I don't think that you're going to have a huge takeaway from this other than, okay, that looked pretty good. That didn't look very good. But to your point, and to, I think Ohtani, Ichiro was another one that when he first came over, they're like, wait a second, this guy's the best player in the Japanese league. He can barely get the ball out of the infield. Well, he turned out to be pretty good.
He was fine.
And Ohtani turns out to be pretty good. They're like, okay, his pitching he just needs to find the strike zone, but he's gonna be okay. But boy, oh boy, that bat doesn't look like it plays in this league. Well,
50 home runs.
It's impossible to draw any conclusions from spring training. It's even more difficult to draw conclusions with the Japanese players coming over because they approach this differently than I think your average major league player. I said this to Greg earlier too. The Dodgers don't do stupid things. Do you really think that they gave Yamamoto $325 million hoping that he would be good?
Yeah, over 12 years. They don't give pitchers 6 years.
Right.
They fought Zach Greinke over 6 years, and they're going to give a pitcher 12?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the odds of him being anything other than excellent are pretty low. It's health. If he's healthy, things are going to be good.
So I think the craziest thing that's going on too is like yesterday, we obviously had the whole Shohei thing. That was really exciting. We saw Shohei in the 2-hole. We know the 1, 2, 3 of all of it. But I was telling Parker, we forget that Bobby Miller was pitching yesterday. That he pitched well. He had 2 innings. He gave up a run, back-to-back doubles. But besides that, he was a star in AAA. He was the number 1 prospect for the Dodgers. He was coming up. He could have been Rookie of the Year last year if he had pitched a little bit earlier. And instead, we totally forget he was even out there.
This is life with Ohtani in the building. This is just going to be look. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman are just dudes now, right? They're guys that bat in the order that Ohtani sucks all of the gravity out of the room. He is the sun in this solar system. Everything else is that happened too. You're going to need those guys to play well. You're going to need those guys to show up because we've seen that as great as Ohtani is, he can't do it alone. We just got 6 years of data on that, right? He needs teammates. He needs an organization. But yeah, I mean, Tyler Glasnow, another one.
He pitched last week and we forget.
Teoscar Hernandez, if either one of those guys had been signed by teams like, hey, we got a really good player, let's get, and they're just like, oh yeah, we got those guys too.
I mean, half this lineup would be borderline all-stars on another team.
They are all-stars.
Well, exactly, yeah. Almost half this lineup has been all-stars. And the fact
I think
that
the only 2 guys that haven't made the all-star team that are going to be regulars are Lux and Outman, right?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Teoscar, I think it was 2021. He was an all-star, and he's won a couple of batting. It's insane. And I just kind of wanted to bring up to you real quick. Like I know we're getting towards the end here. Something else relatively exciting that happened the other day was Kike coming back. Now we might not see him on the everyday, just in terms of impacting the game, but impacting the clubhouse. Travis, How excited are you for that? Him and Ohtani, are they going to be the best comedy duo in the league?
Yes.
You could get like a Toby and Bobby thing going on, right?
Exactly,
Like from the
yes.
NBA. It could be something like that. Yeah, look, I think Hernandez will thrive Kike Hernandez, for the simple reason that you're not asking him to do anything. And that's where those guys can really go to the next level. When you have a player like Kike Hernandez who, hey, I need you to be our shortstop for 6 weeks. It's not great. I need you to be our everyday left fielder for 6 weeks. That's not what he does, but I need you to play shortstop tonight. I need you to play left field tonight. Those guys thrive in those roles. And like you said, the clubhouse impact that he has, the fan impact that he has, he's incredibly popular with Dodger fans. It's and now you don't need his production necessarily, or the production can just be more of a typical role player. It's look, they just got to stay healthy, and then they got to figure out why they freak out in October. That's the only two things that we're really waiting on.
Yeah, Hernandez is also like Manny Margot, who was here. Is a legit baseball player. He's a good baseball player that would really help the Dodgers. They got rid of him to bring Kike back, so that should say something as well. They just know what he's about. They know what he can do. They know what he does in the postseason too. He had I think, a good amount of the hits in the postseason last year when nobody.
Did they have any hits?
Yeah, I think he had like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So, but either way, that's
1 for 21, guys.
Don't do that.
My oh my.
You know that he's going to come through when you kind of need him to, because he doesn't have to do those types of things. All right, you have a game for us, don't you, Parker?
That's right. Yeah. So I think what we've been doing, I think I'm going to limit this to just one guy. So we've been getting to know our Dodgers players, actually, I should put this: how well do you know your Dodgers players? So Travis and Greg, this is a bit of like a game situation, but I'm going to ask you a question, A, B, or C. And this one today is going to be all about Ohtani because, he hit that massive Oppo dinger yesterday. So we're going to run with we're going to run with him. Okay. So yesterday was Mookie and Freddie, Monday, and today will be Shohei. To both of you guys, Travis first. In high school, what sport did Shohei Otani actually want to do first? A, basketball, B, golf, or C, swim? Travis, to you first.
Just because he's 6'5", I'm going to guess basketball.
And to Greg.
So I actually think I know this. I think it's swim.
Swim it is. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was a big time swimmer.
He wanted to be professional, go to the Olympics until his father persuaded him to pursue baseball.
Let's give Mr. Ohtani a pat on the back because that was good advice.
Yes. Okay,
Thanks,
question two to Greg first. Why did Shohei Otani choose number 17? Okay, so A, because of his favorite player in the NPB. B, I cannot read my own writing.
That's good. You're a doctor now.
Chicken scratch. Okay, 1 second. B, I believe it was because, I'm just going to go off the top of my head. B,
it's not B.
Because
it's
of
not
the.
I'm
going to say A. I'm going to say A while you're going
Okay.
off the top.
Okay. Actually, here we go. What we're gonna do. My blunder. We're gonna move to this third question.
You're doing a really good job, Parker.
Thank you. I should be doing Game of Games every day. Okay. Do you guys know what a manga is?
Yes, it's anime. It's like an anime book.
Okay, yeah, you described it perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you which is Shohei Ohtani's favorite manga. A, One Punch Man. Yeah, Travis, I expect you to get this one.
Sure,
A, One Punch Man.
Guy.
So A, One Punch Man. B, Ace of Diamond. That is a baseball one. Or C, Slam Dunk. And I'll go back to you, Travis, first.
For One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. Okay, and Greg?
Well, One Punch Man is awesome, so I'm going to go with that one.
One Punch Man is amazing. It's one of my favorites as well. It is actually A, Slam Dunk.
No, that was C.
Or C, Slam Dunk. In my paper it was A. So, yeah. Okay, for everyone listening, it was Slam Dunk. He liked the basketball one. Okay, so back to the jersey number 1 real quick. I did have the answers. So was it A? We'll just go A or B. His favorite baseball player in the MPB, or was it B, because his manager in high school thought so well of him that typically in Japan you get the number 1 if you're the best player, but as a freshman you don't get that number 1. But the managers give you a jersey number 17 if they feel that you're really good and you show potential. So is it A or B?
That was
I'll go to Greg. I'll go to
It's a
Greg.
really long answer, so you probably had to do some research to find that out. I think I'll go with B.
And Travis.
B.
Yes. That question was,
There was-
I should have just thrown that question out. But yes, his coach in high
I think
school.
this is not your strong suit, Parker. I like the idea that you want to do games. I think we gotta.
I have a show to do.
Yeah, we'll
That
brush
was it?
up on that.
That was it?
Thanks,
That was
Travis.
enough for you?
Thanks
Never
for
again.
joining us, Travis.
We lost Travis Rogers for the rest of the season on Blue Review.
All from that game. Well, thanks for hanging with me. The chat supports you. The chat supports
Yeah,
you.
good. As long as the chat supports you. But that was well done. All right, well, we got 30 seconds to go. Thank you very much to LAX. Whatever you got to say, Parker, go ahead. And thank you for the chat. Tomorrow we're gonna have Marcus Grant join us tomorrow, so that'll be a lot of fun. And we'll try and get as much from the chat as possible tomorrow. So be here at 9:30 tomorrow, 9:30 to 9:55. We're gonna take a lot from the chat and talk with Marcus Grant. Parker.
That's all I wanted to say. We're going to take a lot from the chat. I thank you guys for joining us. This is our, second official episode. If you don't count the, whatever it was, the soft startup. So be prepared. We're going to have a lot of guests. We're going to have a lot of good things coming. The games will be better. I promise.
I got faith in you. I got faith. Good job, buddy.
And that's all I got. Thank you, Greg Bergman. This has been Parker Bell. Thank you to LAX. And